Hello, my name is Jacob Burgess. I am the storyteller for Not a Drop to Drink, A Tale of Vancouver Island by Night. Welcome to a special vignette, a memoriam, as we look into other aspects of the lives of our characters. This one being centered around Silas Reed and their creation of the new Tremere Chantry in Victoria. Cameron.
Jacob.
Could you just give a little bit of a overview on why you picked the I almost said astronorium.
That's what we call it. That's what we call it around town.
Yeah.
Come on down to the vampire
Astronorium.
We got real astronoriums.
Yeah. I'm answering my eyes, Johnson.
I'm going to be thinking about that all day.
It's a good one. Astronorium.
What is it called? Observatory. God damn it. All right, well, I'm going to have to write that down for later. Anyway.
Really made an astronorium out of yourself.
Astronorium.
So, okay. In
That's
real
the
life,
Australian version.
I'm thinking of the one that is down near the water by
Yes.
the radio towers. Because it's
okay.
one that I kind of like walk past occasionally. It's up on top of this big hill. There's a big, nice staircase. It's a quiet walk, and it's a pleasant view. And I personally like just kind of going up there. It's quiet. And I thought it might, because it's a working observatory, but maybe in the world of darkness, it's actually just like clapped out and dilapidated.
It is.
And, it's kind of in the middle of town. There's a big radio tower next to it. So it's probably not super useful as an observation site anymore, at least in the world of darkness. And, it probably functions pretty well as like a teaching place for students from the university. I don't know. Silas would look at it and think, maybe this is a way of imparting a sense of eternity and wonder into some very ossified gerontocrats.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. So thinking like an architect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the ultimate the ultimate passive aggressive art. I'm going to
Yes.
make this thing and just have it around you to try to evoke these feelings of this, you stodgy old fools.
Yeah.
Very good.
Exactly. And they'll just kind of look around and be like, it's cold up here.
So you had gone through chains in order to cash in on the boon. So near the end of the year, on Christmas, you get a phone call.
Hello?
Sticks, how you doing?
Chains, good to hear from you. I'm doing well. And yourself?
Doing all right. So I've been looking into what you asked me to do, and I think I've got just the place. I'm not going to be able to meet you to hand over the deed and do kind of some of the shady paperwork. I've got to send Kenji, one of the brothers, over to you.
Fantastic.
They were a little intense, but, no sudden moves, no shiny objects. You'll be all right.
I'll do my best. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to be fine, Sticks. Don't even worry about it. And, when you get things set up, invite me over for a cup of coffee, yeah?
Would love to have you as a guest.
Excellent. Because, well, I know how useful y'all can be.
We do our best.
Do you?
We do our worst.
There you go. Talk to you later, Sticks.
Good night, Chains. Thank you.
On Christmas Eve, you get a missive, put to your, the concierge at the hotel that you're staying at over in Esquimalt, like a handwritten note that says where to meet. And it's literally Christmas Eve, down by the water, in front of the observatory.
Cool.
It is a unseasonably cold night. It's one of the very rare times that it actually snows here. It is quiet. The water stretches out and you can hear it just gently lapping and doing its best to wear away the land slowly. You wonder for a moment how long it would actually take for the sea to reclaim this island, and will you be around to see it? And in that moment you hear the crunch of a boot behind you. And you see Kenji approach. You've only met them once at the sort of Anarch Fete you attended
Right.
not so long ago?
I will maintain my composure because I think Silas in a lot of situations would probably like, no,
He's easily spooked.
yeah, loud sound. But he's gonna be cool because the Anarchs are cool, and he really values fitting in. I don't know if you need a roll for that.
No.
But okay, yeah. Silas will just continue looking off over the sea and say, Kenji?
So I imagine Kenji is wearing like a big sweater and a scarf and like all the winter stuff because it's cold out. Whether he needs it or not, it's not. And he's taking big wide steps because he enjoys the neat footprints in the snow. And he pulls out a piece of paper. He's like, Silas,
I turn to look at you.
you are Silas.
I am.
Great. I need you to sign this.
I take it. I open it.
It's like a thick stack of like legal documents.
I have not
I assume
provided
it's
a
like
pen.
the size of
Yeah.
a phone book.
The lawyer says Schmempel and Associates.
Firm I recognize?
Nope.
No.
Sounds like a weird car dealership kind of
Yeah.
name.
I start reading it and realize I have no context for what any of this means.
You just need to sign here and like on page 6.
Okay. I take out a pen and like realize that since Silas doesn't generate any body heat and it's below freezing,
You can rouse the blood to use Blush of Life.
yeah, let's do that actually. That
Okay.
feels appropriate. Let's rouse the blood.
All
To
right.
warm up a pen.
Yeah.
To warm up a pen. Very good. Yes.
And I just
all of the power of the ancient world courses through my veins.
This whole
Yep.
time, Oliver's been dealing with cold pens.
Yeah, the toilet seat never warms up.
Holy shit.
Well, you never have to use it, so.
Oh, yeah, I can't
Well,
poop anymore.
he still tries, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
It's his thinking spot.
I use it to warm up my food.
The toilet.
No.
Adam, let me ask you a question. Can you warm up your food with your own body heat?
Well, you could.
But would you?
Well, no, but Oliver might.
It's possible. Let's leave it there.
So while I'm waiting for the pen to thaw, I read it and I try to strike up a conversation with Kenji.
He's kind of just looking at the sky.
Don't pass on condolences.
What?
Do not pass on condolences. It's like Silas's internal monologue.
This is just after that incident happened, about 2 months after.
A profoundly awkward moment. Because do we know that the monsters did it? Like, was
Yes.
it done in such a way that it was like,
Yep.
hey, we did this. And yeah.
Ooh.
What do you think?
Of.
The property.
It's nice. I could probably get up there. You want to watch? You want to see? He's part of my parkour group.
Oh, okay. This is how you met them?
Not at this moment, but you know,
Later.
That's what he's thinking about.
Okay.
It's really good, actually. There's lots of places to hang on to.
Really?
Yeah.
He's
Have
so
you looked at this building? Did you? Look, I know you're supposed to sign this thing, and you should just sign it. Make my life easier. But you did look at the building, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Show me how you see it.
All right. Just starts climbing the wall.
Kenji with alacrity. It's Christmas Eve. There is nobody around to see this happen. You're just left with a contract and a pen watching this sort of ant crawl up this thing, get to the top. And what does Kenji do when they get to the top? Just at the top of the dome. Yep, just
See?
and then you see like two tiny like little like this on this dot, just two tiny little like boop. Boop. And then they climb back down and come back to you.
Did you want to go up and see? You could go up and see. He's trying to
know
get
what?
you to do it.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just going to...
You want to see if you can crawl
I've
the building?
roused.
Yeah, yeah, please. Yeah.
like
No. That's a separate. No. You did Flush of Life. Let's be
Right,
clear.
okay.
If you want to boost your dexterity,
Yeah.
which I cannot recommend enough for this,
Yes.
you will have to rouse the blood once again.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes. Please roll 1d10 to see if you get hungrier this evening.
Yep.
All right.
Hunger 2.
Well, you'll have to roll for the... now that we're actually doing dice roll stuff,
Yeah.
you'll have to rouse again for the Flesh of Life. I was going to hand wave it, but now you're trying to scale the wall, and I won't. Hunger 3.
I do love how you're like looking through this contract, and then this guy's like, I could climb that. And you're like, fuck, no, you couldn't. And then he starts climbing. You're like, I could fucking do that.
That-
And you're
yeah.
like, all right.
Well, no, I like think of it as Kenji's trying to get you to climb the wall, because if you get damaged here, not his fault.
All right.
Silas is feeling like he is so happy right now.
Why? Please help
He's
me
getting
see
what he
it.
wants.
Ah, okay. So he's happy because of that, and this is kind of part of the hive. Just like,
Yeah.
I got this thing. I got what I wanted. I'm going to climb to the top. I'm the best.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Let's roll it. This is going to be, what's your dice pool?
4.
4 with 3 hunger dice.
Yes.
Let's use some nice relaxing memoriams where nothing weird is going to happen.
No, I'm that's fine. Yeah. Roll. Just roll it. There's no way you can take half or anything. Just you.
Unless this is a difficulty 2.
Ride or die, brother.
Yep.
I hope you critical mess.
No, 4 successes.
Kenji's gonna die.
This is going to... I call on you, Harrier Dubois.
What'd you do?
What's going on?
3 successes.
Yeah.
Crit
Regular?
on a hunger die.
Just for messy criticals and stuff like that, just to remind. Mm-hmm. It's when you get a 10 on a hunger dice
Yes.
and a 10 on a regular dice.
Oh, okay. So we're okay.
Thank all of the gods of heaven and earth. So the only way that you can crit is 2 10s. So
Okay.
2 10s on a regular dice counts as
Okay.
4 successes. So you
Right.
double it. So a messy critical is a 10 on a hunger dice and a 10 on a regular dice.
Okay.
Do we have a messy critical right
No.
now? Thank goodness. How many successes total then? 3. Would you like to succeed at a cost?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You are able to get to the top. Mm-hmm. You are not able to do it in a way that,
Looks cool.
yep, you are definitely not able to do it in a way that looks cool, and it takes you an hour.
Okay.
Does
Yes.
Kenji stick around for that hour?
He needs the paperwork. So yeah, but he's not watching anymore. He's looking at the stars. He's even actually started just like doing some stuff in the snow with his feet.
For all the life of you, you're just like, this is mine. This is mine. I'm King Kong. Ha ha ha. It takes you a very long time. You slip, you fall, you like cut yourself and everything, but you do eventually get to the top. Whatever clothes you are wearing are toast. You make it to the top, and you look over the city of Victoria on Christmas Eve at night. It's still and beautiful. And for now, all yours. You manage to scramble your way back down, which takes another half an hour.
Before I go back down,
Yes.
I actually just like fall backwards,
Like backwards
onto
on
the
the top?
snowy roof, and I just look up at the stars, and that's when I'll sign.
Okay. You take everything, you sign it, you get back down, and you hand the paperwork back to Kenji. How does Kenji leave this scene?
He checks the paperwork. It's like the one thing he's had to like focus on making sure he does. And he's like, cool. See ya.
Stay golden, pony boy.
Kenji leaves. About a month passes, and part of the boon was to get this place in tip-top shape, essentially. Chains once again gives you an evening to go out there and said, this is when work's going to begin. It'll
Okay.
take 3 months. I got a crew going out there. You have the crew, but the foreman isn't going to show up until a month later. So a month of work is happening. You're kind of going back and forth, writing this gentleman named Brian Works. And eventually the crew just isn't moving fast enough. And whoever owns this crew and however they got into the city, because they're from Vancouver, but your Camarilla friends and contacts don't know about them. This is just work that's happening. They got here somehow. And you haven't questioned it. You're like, okay, it must be above board, right?
Right.
Yeah. The project slows down enough where the foreman actually has to show up and says he's going to look at the rest of the project, or it's going to be his ass. So he's arranged to meet with you in the evening. You get the sense that he knows what's going on in the night. It's about a month later, near the end of January. And you go back to the observatory, now with scaffolding all around it. And huge, just tarps so that nobody can see what's going on, nor the excavation machines that are actually digging out underneath it
Right.
to your specifications. But this is something for Brian Works of Brian's work to work out. This is taking place in one of those shipping containers that have been converted into
Right,
an
like
office on
Yeah,
site.
trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I knock on the door.
Come in.
Hey, oh, nice to meet you. Silas, are you the foreman?
Brian,
Brian, nice to meet you.
nice to meet you.
You're the one running the crew now?
I am, yes.
Awesome.
It's kind of a hell of a mess you left us with here.
Look, I'm not trying to micromanage, but the specifications on this are kind of precise.
Do you think I'm not aware of that?
Your crew isn't.
What's the problem?
That filing cabinet over there. Go over to it, pull out Silas's drawings, like all of his plots, his blueprints. I'm not an architect. I don't know anyone who is, but let's assume that he's done it all correctly.
Yeah.
And it's just like he goes through a problem that he's experiencing where it's like, no, it has to come out to here and like turn this way, and it has to be aligned along this axis. And I don't know what the problem is. I don't know if it's a problem with the rock, but like
I can tell you what part of the problem is.
what?
Who's the guy who's not part of my crew? Friend of yours?
Oh,
Weird looking guy?
Oliver. Yeah.
Looks like he owns a pet rock.
It's a cat.
More of the same. I don't like him. I don't want him here anymore.
Look, man, he's a friend of mine.
I don't care. He's not working out. He doesn't fit in. He's a kaitif.
We don't use that term in that way.
I don't want him on my crew. He's not meshing well with anybody that I have.
You can't make it work.
I can't. He's not working. Look, I know he's a friend of yours, and I understand trying to do favors for people. But I'll be honest with you, I just don't like him. I don't like the work he's doing. He just doesn't fit in.
There's no role you can find for him. It makes him happy to be here.
I could get him making lunch. Maybe clean a porta potty or two or something. I don't know.
Okay, I see what's happening here. Look. Okay. You don't tell him, I do.
Okay. It's easy for me. You gonna do it today?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll fix everything that you want wrong. What's so you said it's this section right here?
Yeah, it needs to be absolutely straight and needs to be aligned along whatever axis.
Okay.
Right.
The rest of the conversation goes according to how Silas wants. The gentleman turns almost a complete 180 when you agree to exile the outsider.
Right.
But the rest of the work goes smoothly to exactly your specifications. And there doesn't seem to be any further problems with the project. The place actually opens and mysteriously gets a grant from the province in order to run during the day with a one-person crew at night. For whatever reason, some of the other kindred, some of the folks from Vancouver, the Tremere from Vancouver that were supposed to come over and actually occupy this chantry, have been denied entry from the Archon, from Knives, because it's not safe enough. So it's only Silas that wanders the halls of this new underground, very expansive, very empty chantry. There is only one person here, an astronomer, who has, for whatever reason, either taken the job or pulled the short straw at night, that occasionally sees you come and go. They are aware that you have full permissions to do so. But one evening, the curiosity gets the better of them, and they strike up a conversation.
You, Silas?
Hi, yes.
Oh, I didn't mean to sneak up on you there. I'm Beth, Burger, BB.
Beth fully followed you down through the secret door into the chantry proper.
fucking Beth Burger.
Phoebe.
Just felt like should check in with you since we're kind of neighbors. Like I got stuff upstairs.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
like I'm only doing a light load on lectures this semester, but I expect to be seeing you around a little bit, at least when I come to check and make sure everything's still on. Keep the pilot light running.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, and Silas will put down what he's working on, I guess, which is, he looks what he's looking at, or he examines what he's looking at, and it's probably like, he's probably unpacking copies of something.
I would imagine he's gotten a box. This is
Yeah.
like somebody ambushing you in the mudroom of your house.
Yeah.
Like just walked, like just was like, hey neighbor, and like walked into your house behind you before you could shut the door. This is like on the stairs down to these huge double oak doors with the Tremere symbol on the front.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know.
It's like hidden behind
There's
a Coke machine up
there's
there,
a
like a-
library, I assume, and I'm unpacking a book that's called like Blood of the Innocents
Yeah.
and You.
And she's like on her tippy toes, kind of like doing the down the nose look to see what you're putting down.
I drop it back into the box and close the lid, and I'm like, yes, right. That's why the lanyard gets you through security. Yes,
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
That makes
I always
sense.
keep it with me. Yeah.
Right. It's all in the same system. Cool.
Do you drink coffee, tea? I got an electric kettle out there, and
It's a little late for me to have either of those right now. But sure, let's go and do that. And yeah, let's get out. This is stuffy. This place sucks. Let's get out of here.
yeah. So what field are you in?
This conversation is happening like at the library that you're talking about is just past the double doors. To get down here, it is an entrance that only you know how to get into. Beth just happened by and saw like this row of shelves move to the side and was just like, hey, and just followed you into the door before the shelves could close. You went down the stairs around the corner, started unpacking the books. Suddenly, Beth.
Right.
So you lead them back up the stairs
Yeah. Yeah.
to the back of the secret door.
Like we're
How-
so far away from the equator,
how-
and
how-
it's like it's mostly like barometric and like seismology monitoring because like our sight lines aren't great here, and cloud cover most of the year.
Right. Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Secret door opens.
Yeah. Silas is like, how long have you been standing there, and how far back does cloud memory work? And
It doesn't seem like she's aware. She's just talking and following you. There's every chance she's not gonna remember anything that she saw because she was just like a person.
right.
Thank goodness. I'm so lonely.
That's why she's keeping talking.
Yeah. No, my feel I'm actually an architect. This is going to be kind of like an office, a pet project, really. And then yeah, the grant from the province came through to like fund one researcher. So
Yeah, I got a guy who's great at grants. Like doesn't miss a field.
no kidding.
Yeah.
So yeah, all of that works upstairs then.
Yeah. Like normally I'm just up there with like my knitting and my NCIS DVDs. Got a little laptop with a DVD player.
Well, what do you study?
Sunspots. You would not believe. Like, it's mostly like they're all mapped out. They don't really go anywhere. But you got to monitor them just in case something happens.
Right, yeah, because of like I assume solar flares and
Exactly.
yeah, electronics.
You've heard of them.
Yes, yeah, actually, Silas has 2 dots in science.
It then dawns on Silas that Beth is on the night shift.
Yeah, of course. Wait, so you study sunspots at night, or do you just like do data processing?
Both, yeah, because there's a monitoring setup around the world. You can remote into other observatories that have light.
Right. Cool. So, yeah, Silas is going through like
There's also
an
a lot of like
extreme, emotional roller coaster right now of like, I'm going to have to kill this person.
a lot of our readings come in from satellites
You've noticed
outside of the
kill this
atmospheric.
person?
You've walked all the way back because you did the plans and everything. You walk Beth all the way back to like the main observatory part,
Yeah.
where there is an office, little nameplate says Beth Berger, underneath, and like a little subtitle says BB.
Yeah.
Sunspots. There's like you have
Yeah,
no
of
idea
course.
how she followed you. She just must wander the halls.
Yeah.
She's so lonely, Silas.
Oh, don't mind this. It's all fresh up here, but there's already dust bunnies starting to accumulate. Like one day they're gonna get me.
Right. Yeah, well, I assume all the construction probably didn't help too. There's still dust on every surface.
Yeah, do you know if they checked for asbestos?
Yeah, there was actually a lot of remediation for it. They had to like take everything down
My
to basically.
lungs.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
no,
I stopped smoking like 15 years ago, but
right, of course. No, it should be clean. All copacetic.
This
right
becomes
now.
Silas's evenings for the next 2.5 months. Whenever he visits, somehow, Beth is there.
Can you show me the sun?
yeah. We brought like images, we've got like maps, we've got like tracings from plotters.
The first time you bring up an image, Silas flinches.
I'll turn the brightness down a little bit, sorry.
Like he doesn't know if like he would know that a photo's
No, photo's fine. Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, you can watch like Free Willy.
Yeah, right,
big.
of course. Of course.
There's
yeah.
a great one with like the ISS crossing front.
Moving across, yeah.
You can just watch that during the day out. I don't see it that often, but you can just see it.
So this is Silas's anytime that he comes to like unpack or do anything with the chantry. Suddenly Beth is there. Beth is always there.
Right.
You can hear Beth's voice sometimes in your day sleep.
Just like, so anyway, I was talking about, and then he just like sits up in his coffin and hits his head, and he's like, ow! And you just hear from inside,
Yeah.
like,
Roblox. Oof.
The chantry is built. It is empty. But it is yours. It's very lonely, save for Beth, being the only Tremere on the island that you know of. But it is exactly what you wanted. And you have
Yeah.
accomplished your goal.
She's gonna knit you a scarf.
damn,
It's going to have your name on it.
that's great. I need a new project.
And that is where we will end this memoriam. Thank you very much for joining us. This little snapshot of Silas Reed's life, unlife, death, existence. On Not a Drop to Drink, A Tale of Vancouver Island by Night. We'll see you next time.